Now, a customer ascension machine is a strategic framework to guide customers through a series of products, service offerings, gradually increasing their engagement and value, right? So having a proper customer ascension system builds lifetime value. And that's something I said earlier, LTV. And we have homework, you all, so pay attention to LTV. But it helps build a lifetime value with your clients because you continuously provide and guide them on a path with your various products that obviously continue to help solve their pain points, all right? One of the few things you need to know when having a customer ascension is understanding your customer's journey, right? There's a reason you have more than one offer because, like I said, those 100 people that come in, they're all at a different point in time. So they're all at a different stage in their journey. Each offer will lead them on an overall path, but some people might come in chapter 1, some people might start at chapter 17, some people might start at chapter 36, right? But understanding their journey is what will help you pinpoint them so you can better guide them on the proper value offering, because it's not always about the price, it's about the value, right? So you can properly provide them with the right amount of value for that right stage in their journey, okay? And then obviously it still gives potential opportunities for upselling and cross-selling. The second thing is offering a compelling entry-level product or service. The reason why that is the most important offer to begin with is because if that offer works and it's always working, then you will always have new leads coming in because it continuously, if it's this one simple product and it's just the entry level, right? And it always works, then it doesn't matter how many people get it because every person that gets it, it's going to work for, which obviously means it's going to continuously intrigue people to use more of your products or services. Now, obviously, you want to make sure you're focusing on affordability and ease simply because, like I said, it's an entry-level product. Unless you're Lamborghini, right? And they still had to build to that stage. You don't want to make an entry-level product that is $100,000 or some outrageous price for your target audience. Another thing you want to do is make sure you're providing exceptional customer experience. And this kind of goes into the nurturing, but it talks about it in a different way, right? You can nurture people and continuously give them value, but if they still don't have a good customer experience, right? If you're not giving them the right support that they actually need, then obviously they're still going to fall off and they're not going to be as happy with the results. So you want to make sure you're focusing on building the trust aspect, fostering the relationships and exceeding their expectations. Think about it like this. There's always an average. You know you can get this extreme or you know you can be on the bad side of this extreme, but there's an average. You always present the average to your client. Now, that's not obviously to downplay what you're able to do, but you don't want to provide too high of an expectation that most clients aren't going to be able to actually achieve on a certain time frame that they're expecting. So you present the average, but then you obviously always aim for the extreme because then, and it's kind of like the 10X rule. 10X rule is basically you set a goal, think of the best goal that you can think of, and then 10X it, right? Even if you don't hit the 10X, you can still fall at the 2X or 3X or 4X, right? Which is still 2, 3, or 4 times better than you thought you were going to do. So now what that does is it still gives you more confidence and more trust in whatever it is that product or service is. Now, you also want to gradually introduce higher value offerings. There are many ways you can do this. You obviously want to interweave it with where they are in their journey. And that's why understanding the journey is important because you don't want to offer it too soon and you don't want to offer it obviously too late or be too abrupt when doing it, right? Not everybody likes to be sold to. Most people, in my experience, honestly don't like to be sold to, right? They like for them to feel like they came to that conclusion rather than you telling them this is what they want. All right. So you want to design a progression of products and services that naturally align with the evolving needs and desires or the pain points of whatever it is that your product or service has based on your client. All right. So each offering should provide additional value or benefits compared to the previous one. Right. So if the first step is just getting a late payment off their inquiry, right, the next step shouldn't be how to tell them to get to, right? It should be telling them, OK, maybe after you get the inquiry off, this is how you sue them for putting it on, right? Like something gradually. OK, it's the easy next step. I got it off and it just got off. So now what's the perfect time to sue them or whatever the logical next step would be. OK, you also want to make sure you implement personalized recommendations. So you want to leverage the customer data, all those, analytics that we were talking about earlier to offer more personalized recommendations for upselling and cross-selling purposes, right? So this kind of goes more into understanding your numbers and understanding your data, because then you see what people are essentially looking for, right? Numbers don't lie, data doesn't lie. I'm sure everybody's heard that before. So oftentimes we'll create a product or service, and then we think what we're offering is what our audience wants. When if you really just listen to what they're saying, they'll tell you what they want. So you have to make sure that you're looking at all that data, because like I said, numbers don't lie, and they'll tell you. So rather you thinking, oh, I'm going to give them this because this is what they want. No, I'm giving them this because this is what the numbers say. It feels more personalized to them because they're like, wow, okay, they're really listening to me, right? They're really catering to my needs. Now, obviously, they're catering to the needs of a wider audience, but the person doesn't feel that. They feel like you're catering specifically to their needs, which makes them continuously want to come back to use your services. And then, like I said earlier, continuous optimization and refinement, right? You want to make sure you're analyzing every step, right? You want to give yourself a certain time frame. So if you're analyzing every quarter or every month or every week or maybe every year, right? Depending on where you are in your business and what you're doing, right? But continuously looking at the data and seeing where you can get better, right? It's the same thing. I'm a big sports person, if you can't tell from what I'm wearing and what's behind me, but it's the same thing like with Kobe, right? Continuously analyzing film to see where you can continuously improve so you can obviously get to the goal in which you want to get to.